E.T. Gramble sends us this question. What is your take on having a convention of states? The convention of states. That's a good, serious, and intelligent question from P.T. Gramble. And let me say the short answer is I'm entirely in favor of the Convention of States. The Convention of States is, and I've got to say that I was first made aware of the Convention of States and the desirability of the Convention of States as a result of listening to the great one, Mark Levin. Mark Levin, who has a new book coming out soon. It's not out yet. But Mark Levin is an advocate of and supporter of the Convention of States. The Convention of States is provided for as a sort of the final check in our system of checks and balances under Article 5 of the Constitution, where the state legislatures would gather to amend the Constitution to protect the American people from a corrupt and failed federal government, because the founders of this country were such extraordinary geniuses. They were so amazingly bright. So many ways, the Electoral College, genius, why the left hates the Electoral College. It is an impediment to their power, which it was designed to be on the coasts today in particular. But the Convention of States provides for the state legislatures to gather to amend the Constitution. And because of the national debt and the growing power of the national bureaucracy, Mark Levin, among many others, calling for a convention of states under Article 5 of the Constitution to check the power of the federal government. And I think it is an entirely appropriate measure to be taken at this moment in our history. This is exactly what the Convention of States was built in by the geniuses into our Constitution to act in a time like this when our federal government has stopped listening to the people, stopped acting responsibly, behaving responsibly, fiscally, and in terms of their growing power, their ever-growing power, which our founders designed to be limited. They wanted Washington power to be limited, power of the states to be greater than the power of the central government in Washington. And Article 5 of the Constitution provides for a convention of states, and it would be, and I heard about it, and again, I first heard about it from Mark Levin on the radio, the great one, and a brilliant man, a brilliant mind, a great writer, a great talk show host, and a great guy to hang out with. And he's funny. He's funny as all get out. But I read about it after Mark Levin talked about it, and he speaks clearly and eloquently, and as a legal scholar and an author on the subject. And I support the Convention of States completely. I think that, and there's a petition you can find online, a petition where you can sign on to the movement calling for a Convention of States. It is, again, to check the power of the federal government, which clearly is off the rails in 2023 and has been for some time.